Don't laugh.
In 2004, the Department of Health and Human Services convened the Women's Summit on Organ Donation in Washington, D.C. Present were doctors, scientists, volunteers, families, and organ recipients. Among the agenda were two speakers who told a long, intertwining story of the gift of life. Gloria Brooks, a 58-year-old female who worked for the Environmental Protection Agency, noticed that for weeks and weeks she was fatigued and tired. And so she decided to go to her HMO and asked for a B12 shot. He did some blood work and decided that she had a low-grade hepatitis A. He told her to take a few days off of work and go home and rest. Taking his advice, she went home and she fell asleep. And while she was asleep, she slipped into a coma. The doctors didn't know for a long time what the major problem was. She was just in ICU, and they finally determined that her liver had quit functioning completely. Her family was told that she would not likely make it through the night. Her only hope of survival was finding an emergency organ donor. Suzanne Eckler started her day off like any other day. Her husband Bobby, 59 years old, kissed her goodbye as he left for work. The day was completely ordinary. She went to her morning gym class. She did her household chores. She even talked to him about 4:15 that afternoon, deciding what to do for their evening. He wanted to stay in and watch a movie and eat some dinner, and that's what they decided to do. Until 6:15, when she got a phone call from George Washington University Hospital saying that her husband was in terrible condition after suffering a major brain aneurysm that day at work. 8 weeks later, Gloria, who had been in liver failure, awoke. This is the first time she'd been awake in 8 weeks, only to discover that her right side was paralyzed and she was confused. She didn't know what was going on. Doctors informed her that her liver had completely quit functioning and she had an emergency donor who creeped into the system at the time. And while on the operating table, she went into complete organ failure and suffered a stroke. She found out that for her to live now, that she had taken someone else's life, and she felt terrible remorse. But she was contacted by the family of this donor, Mr. Bobby, and she's now good friends with him. She was even asked to dance the father's dance with his daughter at her wedding. Being an organ donor, Bobby also helped two other women regain their eyesight by donating his corneas, and two men were saved by donating his kidneys. Did you know that the average person who donates their organs can help up to as many as 50 people? This is a choice that isn't taken lightly, though it shouldn't be hard to make, considering that you're going to help somebody. You can donate even while alive if this is your wish. Things that you can donate, such as organs, are your heart, lungs, kidney, pancreas, liver, and the intestines. Tissues include cornea, skin, heart valves, bone, blood vessels, and connective tissue. How you become a donor is quite simple. First, you have to register with your state donor registry. Second, you must designate your wishes as an organ donor on your driver's license. Third, sign a donor card and carry it with you. Do not forget to talk to your family and let them know of your wishes as an organ donor. It's a brave decision that can help many, many people regain their lives or have a second chance at life. It's also a decision that can only be made by you. In some respects, most people look at it as a way to continue on their life in some form or fashion after they're gone, or as a dying contribution to someone else. If your donating life can help save someone else for the loss and the grief, then why not do it? So sign up now and help give a life.